Taboo, everybody, and welcome back to the HabWrap. I am your host, Harry Rice. You are listening to the friendliest and funniest source for anything and everything related to the Montreal Canadiens. Tonight, they played their second game in the second round against the Buffalo Sabres, of course. Both teams looking to move on to the Eastern Conference Finals to face the Carolina Hurricanes. I say they're up 3-0. Philly's not coming back. Philly is not probably even winning a game. That game takes place tomorrow. But tonight, the Canadiens played. And it's always a good night when the Canadiens play. And it's an even better night when the Canadiens win. Is it a better night? We'll find out soon enough. Hold on. Jesus. The Canadiens playing. It's a beautiful Friday night in Buffalo, of course, Game 2. We will return for Game 3 and Game 4 Saturday. Sorry, it's Thursday, actually. We'll return Saturday and Monday, of course, for Game 3 and 4, both in Montreal. You love to see it, and you love to hear it. Let's get into the lines. I don't have anything before the game to talk about. The only thing I will say, we do have a special guest coming in during or after the first period recap. So the opening lines for the Canadiens were Caulfield, Suzuki, Slafkovsky, Newhook, Evans, Demidov, Bolduc, Doc, Veleno, Texier, Deneau, Anderson. On the blue line, it's Matheson, Carrier, Gouli, Hutson, and Jack-Eye Dobson. Jakub Dobeš obviously gets the start net for the Canadiens. Probably a little bit of discourse among Canadiens fans that maybe Fowler would get a start, but looking back on the way the game was, we're probably very happy that it was still Jakub Dobeš. And Jacob Fowler, speaking of which, continues to back him up as he's been doing. The opening lines for the Sabres were Krebs, Thompson, Tuck, Zucker, McLeod, Quinn, Benson, Norris, Doan, and Greenway, Kozak, Mellenstein. On the blue line for them, Dahlin, Samuelson, Power, Byram, and Stanley Timmins. Alex Lyon gets the start net for the Sabres, and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen continues to back him up. In the first period, there's a puck battle early in the Sabres zone. They come away with it. I believe it was Dahlin has a slew foot in the Habs end. There's no call. It might have been Thompson. It looked like a bigger boy, so it was either Dahlin or Thompson. And the Canadiens score at a minute 36. Peyton Krebs turns it over. Hutson finds Gouli, gets the shot off, and it's tipped by Alex Newhook. Just a beauty of a goal. And the Montreal Canadiens, just like that, they get the lead. A minute 36 into the game, the Montreal Canadiens open the scoring in Buffalo. That's going to really help them. It gets momentum going to the Canadiens' way. Newhook with his second of the playoffs. He scores from Gouli and Hutson. Gouli, by the way, 5 assists in the playoffs so far. He's kind of quietly been really good for the Montreal Canadiens in these playoffs. That's what we in the business like to call a playoff performer. There's a bobble, quick save for Dobeš. Doan has a shot, that's pad saved. The rebound gets cleared in front by the Canadiens. There's a good rush chance. Jack-Eye has a shot that's blocked. The next shift, Caulfield and Hutson push for something. Benson then rams Caulfield's head into the glass. There's no call. Caulfield gets a chance through the legs, but that gets saved. Matheson has a shot quickly held. Deneau wins a draw back to Matheson. He fires it on net, and he scores! Yeah, just off the draw. Mike Matheson just fires it on net. It gets through. You see what happens when you actually get a shot going to the net, Mike? He scores his first of these playoffs, and I believe they said second career playoff goal. Matheson scores at 4:27 from Phil Deneau. So the Canadiens off to a very quick start. Is this game headed towards a blowout? No. Not really. Not really. Some could argue it ends up being a blowout. I wouldn't, but we shall see. 4:27 in. Habs already have a 2-0 lead. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum. Thompson hits Matheson, who doesn't go down. He has a nifty pass off the boards to himself. A puck eventually ends up in a Sabres bench. As opposed to the Sabres bench, one of their benches. No, it ends up in the Sabres bench. Sabres push Dobson with a good job getting a puck away from Dobeš. Suzuki on a break off of a clear. That gets gloved and held by Alex Lyon. So almost became 3-0 just like that. That probably would have been the pull for Lyon early on. And for the Sabres, probably very happy that wasn't the case because, spoiler, he was pretty good in the late stages of the game. Tuck on a break ends up fanning on a shot. That's lucky for the Canadiens. Veleno with some good speed to break up an icing. Back the other way, there's a bad turnover by Matheson. And Carrier trips a man to stop a 2-on-0. The very rare good penalty to take. Habs go to the penalty kill, 7:40 into the game. Habs do clear early. Sabres get back in the zone, I should say. Dobesh with a good glove save. Quinn and Gooley then rough each other up a bit after the whistle. This game was definitely more physical. Was more physical than last game. I think the Sabres game plan definitely switched when they realized they were a little bit out of the game. And they really focused on trying to hurt the Canadiens and get them off their game, headed back to Montreal, which probably didn't work because the Canadiens are very level-headed. And by the time that they started retaliating, the game was already won, basically. So we'll get into that later on, obviously. Again, the Canadiens go to a penalty kill. After the rough-up stuff, Zucker in front sends one wide. Tuck has a shot off of Dobesh's helmet. That goes out of play. The Habs clear as the top Sabres power play unit can't enter the zone whatsoever. Dobesh has a good save on a slapper. Andy and Zucker end up jawing after the whistle. Gooley with a hard cross check to the ribs of Dahlin. You love to see it. Unfortunately, I believe that was the only time the Sabres, or the Canadiens, went after Dahlin in this game. Habs end up 1-for-1 on the penalty kill tonight. Deneau dumps one to get a line change in. The Habs aren't able to complete a pass, but lucky for them, the Sabres can't hit the net either. Dobesh and Benson then run into each other. Keep that in mind for the third period. And here we go. Dahlin has a hit from behind on Hutson after a 2-on-1. Evans goes at Dahlin. We get a scrum, during which Samuelson holds down Bolduc and Thompson suckers him, very much like the one that Seth Jarvis had on Sean Walker in the first round. Rather, this one will be punishable. I hope not, because Thompson had a god-awful game, and if that's an indication of how he's going to play, he's going to take some really dumb penalties, and the Canadiens are going to be scoring plenty of goals when that line is on the ice. So NHLPA, reverse psychology. Please suspend Thompson for like 35 games because he really deserves it. There we go. Reverse psychology is going to work. I say that and they're actually going to suspend him for like 10 games. That's how it's going to work, isn't it? And then the Habs do get a power play as a result. Dahlin does get the initial call. Back from commercial, it is confirmed. Dahlin's called 2 for an interference there. Habs cycle. Suzuki has a really good hold at the line. They end up finding Caulfield, but the shot is gloved by Alex Lyon. The Sabres clear. Habs come back in. They cycle again. There's a Hutson slapper that gets gloved down. Sabres press. Benson has a shot wide to kill some time. Habs get back in. Samuelson has a good hit on Newhook, but the Habs do maintain pressure. They are 0-for-1 on the power play tonight. The Habs shot goes off the post. Matheson ends up bobbling a puck. That comes out. Habs, again, with a good press. There's some cycling, but they just can't get anything to the net. That's from fourth line to top line. Good pressure there. Quinn goes back the other way on a rush shot, but that goes wide. That comes after Dahlin has a really good stick lift on a Suzuki chance right in front. The Habs ice a puck after some Sabres pressure. Jackeye and Greenway got in each other's face. Jackeye and Greenway was kind of a story for the whole game. Very much. Jackeye wanted to go at Greenway, and Greenway being a pussy and turning him down. Anderson ends up tipping a Deneau shot just wide. Anderson, I thought, had a pretty good game, actually. Wasn't an amazing game, but it was pretty solid, I think. He did his job well. That's how I'll put it. Good shift for that line, though. Game 2, series is already Game 2, series is already getting pretty chippy at this stage. It would only continue into the rest of the game. Stanley has a shot, but that misses wide. There's a puck that then gets sent out of play with a minute left. And with 10 seconds left, the Habs go to a power play. Doan gets called for a late hit on Dobson. He'll go off 2 for interference. The refs end up blowing one down after one of the officials loses sight of the puck. That actually helps the Canadiens because the Sabres were able to get the clear. Hutson off a draw has a save. There's a save for Alex Lyon. So Canadiens after the first period have a 2-0 lead. The shots are 11-7 for the 13-8 for the Canadiens as well. Good for them. They had a good start. We'll see how they play. But first, I believe we've got to talk to a very, very special guest. And we are here with our very special guest, of course, the one and only, you guys probably knew it, the one and only Chev Camaro, Sporty, as everybody knows him by. Chev, how you doing after the game?
Hello, Harry Rice. I have returned from my basement cellar after being awakened by the absolute travesty of a game from the Buffalo Sabres. 59 minutes and 40 seconds of hockey that was so shit, it makes the Vancouver Canucks point at the screen and say, hey, they're copying us. Now where the fuck do I even start? Tage TNT Thompson. TNT being fitting of a nickname because he bombed so bad, it's like he was representing Hiroshima and Nagasaki together. He must have been overdosing on fentanyl the way he was skating. He better call up Ash Patel or Donald Trump to wake his sorry ass up. Alex Tuck being unable to corral a single fucking puck. Josh Norris's contract being so bad, he's being paid $1 million for every second he's been good so far in these playoffs. A blind 3-year-old, my blind 4-year-old niece won't whiff on an open net like that. Rasmus Dahlin deciding to take shit penalty after shit penalty. Jack Quinn, he may be automatic in the shootout, but he is also automatic at missing the net from the slot. A power play that is so anemic that it has its own eating disorder account on Twitter. That bird is such a hack that calling him a hack is disrespecting all the hacks on this planet. But it's all right, Harry. It's all right. You know why? Because I have in my hands right now the formula for the Sabres to still win the Stanley Cup. Zach Benson and Josh Doan, they play 60 minutes a night. Future Norris winner Matthias Samuelsson continuing his defensive masterclass. Future assistant captain Beck Malengoat continuing to be a shit wrecker. This series is tied going to Montreal, but it's not over yet, bucko. It ain't even close. We are 3-0 on the road these playoffs. Can you smell the crust loyalty of the Blade Gang? Sabres, Canada, Stanley, Cup! What if we played how we did tonight then? Sabres, Canada, Cancun! How you doing?
All right, that was a word from Chef Camaro. Thank you for coming on to the show. Much greatly appreciated. And let's get you back for the second period. No, we'll stick with you for a couple more minutes. Jesus. See, here's the thing. You peak early in this episode, Chev. You did not need to go that all out. And thank you for doing so for the 8 people who watch this show. And one of them is you.
For how bad they look tonight, they fucking earned that.
Oh yeah, the Sabres were not in this game for very long, and the brief moments they were just as quickly out of it.
It's crazy because, I mean, everybody that I list on the good parts, which was Benson, Doan, Samuelsson, and Malenstein. That's it tonight. 4, I'll give Lyon credit. He played solid tonight. 5. We'll go 4.5 because Lyon did give up a couple stinkers, but can't exactly blame him. But
no, not at all.
When you're in a playoff game, you need scoring from everybody. You need everybody to show up.
Yes,
we had a quarter of our team show up tonight, and 2 are on the same line. That's fucking pathetic.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, man. That fucking turnover on the 4th goal, oh my god. That is so... I counted at least 3 times that he did that today. He was a fucking -4 tonight, dude.
I didn't realize he was that bad. My goodness.
Oh, God. And the power play. Hey, guess what? We're having trouble getting it into the zone. Let's keep dropping it back. Let's spread out even though we haven't even entered the zone. How many fucking times, I don't know if you did a count, I doubt you did because you're a Habs fan, how many times did, during a break-in on the Sabres power play, Norris or McLeod cross into the zone, passed it, turned over, sent down the ice?
At least 4 times.
I think it was more than that.
At minimum. I stopped counting after a bit.
I noticed a disturbing trend compared to Game 1. The Sabres completely switched up their strategy for some fucking reason. We focused way too much on getting the big hit tonight instead of getting the big goal.
Yes, absolutely. They figured the Canadiens were going to come out with that the way they did against Tampa, and they did not. They went out with focused on the net.
Brilliant by Marty to just say, no, we're not doing that.
And by the time they did, the game was already out of reach.
Golly. Like, hold on. What were the final hits tonight? Fucking.
I think 31...
44 to 18.
For which team, Sporty?
We had 44. You guys had 18.
Yep. Massively out-hit because the Sabres got massively outplayed.
The funniest part is that against any other team that's not Montreal, if you have 44 hits to the opposing team's 18, you will be very fucking happy.
Yeah. And
you don't beat them. You cannot beat the Habs by playing too physical.
Yeah, you have to be physical, obviously, but you can't get that physical. A skilled team like Montreal will capitalize on that, and they did tonight.
Exactly. On Wednesday, one could argue Montreal was the more physical team. Actually, they were. They out. And look what happened. We ended up winning 4-2. Habs gave up way too many high quality chances. Here we go. Oh, Rand.
God damn it.
Let's take a quick commercial break.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, welcome back. So, a quote from Tage Thompson on a reporter, because in the post game, one of our reporters asked Tage if he was playing injured. Guess what his answer was?
Nope, I'm perfectly healthy.
I don't think that's any of your business.
Oh, he's absolutely injured. He is injured to hell and back.
You could tell the way he was skating. There is no way that man is playing fully healthy.
And if he somehow is, I would be panicking.
That was the worst game that I've seen him play since the Sabres were fucking dressing up in navy blue jerseys.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen him play a game that bad since freaking Phil Housley was our head coach.
Jesus. Oh.
Like, that was an all-time stinker.
Now, does that go onto the Sabres iceberg, though?
No. What iceberg? The fucking drought ended.
But, I mean, the drought of winning a playoff series?
That ended too.
Against a good team.
Fuck you.
Would you really make the argument Boston was a good team?
They had 100 points for a reason, Harry.
Okay, well, so do the Montreal Canadiens.
So
they give 100-point seasons away in this league. You just ask kindly.
Then why didn't Philadelphia get it? Then why didn't Pittsburgh get it?
Well, because Philly is garbage. They have Fat Vey, and Pittsburgh didn't want to be seen as a lethal threat.
Then why didn't anybody in the Pacific?
Well, because that was an easy division. And also because the Oilers.
The unfortunate thing is, bro, I was about to go on a whole different fucking tangent, but
and then you
that got lost when the phone rang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Moral of the story: Tage Thompson blew tonight, and not in a good way.
Yes.
Oh, but yeah, so the Sabres, we've established that they were cancer tonight, aside from like 4 guys and Alex Lyon. Insinuating that Alex Lyon isn't a guy.
Again. Well, here's the thing. At least we're not having as bad of a night as Anaheim right now.
Well, why? How bad is their night?
3-0 with 4 seconds left in the first.
Oh. Well, let's hope the Ducks aren't like the Sabres and actually go on to complete the comeback, because let's go Ducks. Quack, quack, motherfucker.
I mean, the craziest, at least if there's any silver lining, there's no way we played that bad again. We cannot play any worse than we just
It is the Buffalo Sabres, though.
But this is a different Buffalo Sabres.
But how different?
Here's the thing. Neither the Habs or Sabres have lost 2 in a row so far in these playoffs.
And that's going to be changing after Game 3.
Here we go with the arrogance.
It's not arrogance. It's not arrogance to say we're going to win at home. It's not arrogance to say we're going to win in the best arena in sports.
Oh, now we're getting really arrogant.
Come on, what's the argument? Fucking Yankee Stadium? Piss off with Yankee Stadium.
Any college Big Ten stadium will probably outclass the Bell Center.
Fuck those teenagers. Actually, hold that thought. Actually, please don't.
And all right, for certain reasons, I will not be appearing on any further HabWrap episodes. I do not want to associate with it. I'm just getting that out of the way before the cancellation happens.
All right, finally got that. Finally got him out of here. Alrighty. As the meme goes, as the kids would say, fuck them kids. Am I popular? Yeah. Do the kids think I'm cool?
Oh, God. Tage also said, quote, I think everything I touched turned into disaster tonight. No shit.
How encouraging, Tage. How encouraging. Not, yeah, I know I played bad. I'm going to rebound. I'm going to try my best. Just, yeah, everything I touched kind of died.
I mean, is he wrong?
I mean, he's not, but, like, give some encouragement, you know? Oh, I didn't play good tonight. I'm ashamed, but I'm gonna play better next game. I'm gonna try.
We had 13 giveaways. I'm pretty sure half of them were him.
I think you mean 3 of them weren't him.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
The funny thing is, it probably would take less time to count the turnovers that weren't Tage than were Tage tonight.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
I'm just getting such vibes from Game 2 against Boston.
Overly
difference
physical
is that we're going to a completely different barn.
Yes, Boston's a good playoff arena, but you're going to the fucking mecca of hockey.
We haven't lost so far on the road yet, so there's that. Well, it's still a wide open series, man. If anything, this series has just gotten started.
Oh yeah, like I hope it goes 7. Firstly,
it's a best 3 of 5 now. Simple as that.
Essentially, yeah. And the Canadiens kind of took home.
No, it literally is a best 3 of 5.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Which, I mean, do you trust the Sabres to win 3 out of 5 games a year ago?
That was a year ago, though. I could see them doing it this time. We already did.
I don't know about winning 3 in Montreal.
3 of 4.
I don't know about winning 3 of 5, 3 in Montreal.
I'll be happy with the split.
Sporty, I don't know how to tell you this, but you can't split 3 games evenly.
We have 2 games in Montreal, dumbass.
If the series goes to 6, it's a third game. Oh, sorry, when the series goes to 6, it's a third game.
You get what I'm saying. You clearly understand.
Yes, split game 3 and 4. Yes, I get what you mean, but like,
yes,
you said it's a best 3 out of 5 now, so you're saying you'll take a split in game in Montreal, which I mean.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't exactly specify that I'm changing the subject.
Alrighty. But
man, that's such a fucking demoralizing game.
As I imagine it would be. This feels kind of like, I think it was Game 4 against the Lightning, where it just completely took all hope out. And the Canadiens still won anyways, so hopefully that's not the case here, obviously, because
I just can't see us having that bad of a game again. I don't know why.
I don't know, maybe. Because here's the thing, you know Tage isn't going to get better if he's hurt. He's going to stay hurt. I hate to say it, I think the Canadiens are going to feast on that top line if Tage is still hurt and the Sabres aren't scratching
I don't think they're going to be getting that much ice time.
Your best players need to be your best players.
I would not be shocked for Game 3 if the Benson, Doan, and whoever the hell is going to be centering them line, because I don't think it's going to be Norris. I wouldn't be shocked if they led before it was an ice time. They fucking deserve it.
What about when Benson takes 3 really stupid penalties in the first period because he keeps trying to go Jack-Eye? Or sorry, Mike Matheson.
He doesn't take penalties. He draws penalties.
Sorry, Mike Hutson. He
doesn't take penalties. He draws them.
You can fucking draw my dick.
The funniest part, I'm pretty sure that what the penalty in the final minute, was it a 2 and a 10 or was it just a 2?
It was a 2 and a 10 to Josh Anderson.
No, I'm talking about for Benson.
Oh, it was just a 2.
Oh, damn it.
Why?
Because a 2 and a 10 would have given him 40 pims so far in the playoffs.
Oh my fucking god. And you say he doesn't take penalties?
Do 10-minute misconducts when the fucking game is already over even count?
Yes, obviously. That's why he has 30 pims. What the fuck is Zach Benson? Zach Benson's gonna be a fucking guy that I'm gonna want slashed in the head by the end of the series, and he will have totally deserved it.
I'm shocked you already don't.
Well, I mean, he's going after Mike Matheson, and Matheson held himself pretty well. Plus, Dobesh gave him a chop in the back of the legs, and that's worthy enough already.
Dude, I texted it to you, but I would not be shocked at some point during the series. Dobesh and Benson just say fuck it, and they both drop the glove.
Yeah, fucking, it's gonna happen. Like, it will not surprise me if we get Dobesh in line.
The funniest part is that is such an even fight.
Yeah, Benson can't fight, and Dobesh just chooses not to.
What do you mean he can't fight? All Benson does is fucking fight.
How often has he dropped the gloves?
How often has he wanted to drop the gloves, but the refs fucking pull him to the box before he does?
Exactly. You can hear my typing, I'm sure.
Dobesh is 6'4"?
Dude, yeah. Zach Benson has had 0 career fights.
He's dropped the gloves so many times, but it's the same. It's the annoying deal of he drops the gloves, but he doesn't do enough to warrant a fight. But instead, just a 2-minute rough.
Yeah, he's never had a fight. And his first is going to be against a fucking goaltender.
Honestly, that's so Benson coded, and it just makes his first fight goaltender.
Dude, I'm telling you, we're gonna get fucking Benson fucking diving onto Dobesh at some point, and fucking we're gonna get Dobesh and Lyon out of it. It's gonna happen.
Man, Lyon fight. Lyon wanted to drop the gloves against Boston.
Yeah,
so that doesn't.
Dude, fucking, I want to see it. Like Dobesh, the way he was going at fucking Benson tonight, he wants a fight.
I get it. It's neither really teams' identities, but I'm shocked it hasn't gotten more chippy.
I mean, the Canadiens got pretty chippy against Tampa. I'd argue it's getting into their identity. I think as the series goes along, I think Game 3 and 4 are going to be really, really chippy. I think the Sabres are going to come out of Game 3.
Now that there's clearly more hate.
Yes, absolutely. I think the Canadiens especially are going to be willing to throw the body, but not go out to hurt the way the Sabres are. They're going to go out to hit to have fun. They're going to go out throwing the body and then getting the puck as a result. They're going to be going out there with... They've got the momentum fully heading into Montreal on a Sunday. Or a Saturday. No, fucking Sunday.
And it's on our guys to try to silence that crowd early.
And that's not going to happen. I'll tell you that much.
You're right, they don't shut up.
Exactly. You can be up 6-0. We're still going to ole.
Okay, I don't think if we're up 6-0, they're going to be olaying.
Yeah, they are. Of course they will. It's Montreal, dude. Best team, best crowd in fucking hockey.
That's what it was such bad juju when after Game 1 our fans were olaying out of the exits.
Dude, fucking fuck the Sabres fans.
You didn't see that, did you?
No, I did not. You didn't send it to me, and I'm not on Sabres
our guys
Twitter.
were olaying already. You fucking do that. You fucking do that at the end of the series if you have the series won, not in fucking Game 1. Again with the arrogance.
We want Florida.
No, that's not arrogance. That's just stupidity.
Well, I mean, it's also Buffalo this time, so I mean, what's the difference?
Also, why would you want Florida? I don't even think they're in right now.
Exactly. That's why Sabres fans would want Florida. They know the outcome of the series already.
And
Tensions are getting high on the HabWrap, ladies and gentlemen.
all right, well, we're at that point of the HabWrap where I got to give my flowers, which I know Habs fans can't exactly do about the Sabres, but here we are. Hutson was fantastic all night.
Yes, he was. He was amazing.
Dobeš rebounded nicely, but I still think he sometimes plays way too sporadic.
That's literally his game. He plays that way to throw guys off, and it mostly works usually.
It just didn't work in game one.
Weirdly enough, yeah, game two was like, why the fuck can't we beat this guy? He's doing the same shit he did last game.
Actually, no. The thing with game one is that he let in an early goal, which means he never exactly got settled.
Yeah.
This is what we saw when he got settled.
Yeah.
Is it also a little concerning that his only loss against the Sabres ever was game one? Yes.
I think he's 3-0. Was 3-0 before game one, I believe.
I think he's 4-1 now.
4-1. Holy shit. Well, yeah. Before game one, before the series, I think he was 3-0.
Obviously, Newhook was Newhook. He's showing his playoff experience for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, he is.
Honestly, other than that, I can't really pick.
Everyone else just did their jobs, really.
Everyone else was just there.
Yeah, they did their jobs, really. I would give a special shout out to Joe Veleno. I thought Veleno had a good game. He was very noticeable at moments.
Sort of. Honestly, not a lot of the Habs did much tonight. It was more us imploding. Was more. I mean, to be fair, when I believe we outshot y'all. We out
30-28. Yeah.
So honestly, 30-28. Where the fuck you? Oh, okay. I was like, at the wrong thing. But yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those games where you're kind of just rendered a little speechless.
Oh yeah.
But I wouldn't be shocked whatsoever when Sunday comes along. Can we get a fucking early game and not 7:00?
Why?
I don't know.
Like, I get the Sabres are probably pretty good at early games, but like, the Canadiens are good at 7.
Yeah.
So no, we can't get an early game. I don't know. No, knowing the Canadiens' luck, Game 6 is going to be at fucking 3:30 for some reason.
Maybe. I saw that. Well, now that Game 5's confirmed, I don't know. It's a Thursday, so I guess that's going to be 7 or 7:30.
Probably. That's going to be the 3:30 start.
Don't be shocked if the series does go 6 or... I'm not saying the other one. It's going to be like an 8 o'clock start.
8 o'clock? Why?
They like going later for those games for some reason. Like when we played Boston, that game started at 8 for Game 6.
Damn it.
But yeah, I wouldn't be shocked for Game 3. We're going to see some good lineup changes. Like Carrick should be in. I wouldn't be shocked if Helenius drew in.
Oh yeah, that's true. Carrick didn't play tonight. That's true.
Nah, Lindy said if it was a Game 7, he'd be in, but a couple of extra days to nurse it would have been better because face-offs were also just a massive non-factor for us.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like Dobson in Game 7, where we really needed him in the lineup, but we could have gone without him.
Like face-offs, we did catch up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure during the first period, Habs
11-3, I believe.
I think it was. I thought it was 13-2.
It was something like that.
It was bad. We'll just go with that.
For the Sabres, yes, it was a very bad period for face-offs. It was just a bad first period in general.
Rebound to getting up to 57-43 at the grand scheme of things, but
hey, there you go. You're winning 1 out of every 6 draws.
Yeah. Honestly, I really don't have anything else to say tonight other than fuck.
Alrighty, well, there you have it. About 20-25 minutes with Chef Camaro. That should be the title of your podcast. So yeah, that is gonna do it for this special guest interview. We're gonna bring you back to the second period with past Harry or future Harry, depending on when you're watching this, but also past Harry depending on when you might be listening to this segment. Before we get too meta,
also Sunday, I will not be appearing
Oh?
I'm probably not going to be home.
Oh. You're going to be in Montreal.
No.
No, where are you going?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, well that's
my one buddy's in town. We're probably gonna go. We're probably gonna run for the game.
Oh hell yeah, let's go. All right, so Chev, thank you again very much for coming by for game 2. Will you be appearing for game 3? All right, I'll take that as a yes. All right, so we will see Chef Camaro back for game 5 probably. No, for you just heard of me. We'll not be here for game 3, unfortunately. We'll see about game 4, game 5, whatever the hell the series might go to beyond that. And yeah, Chef, legitimately, thank you for coming by, and it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. And we hope to hear from you more in the future, of course.
Yeah, that's it. As always a pleasure to be here.
Hell yeah! All right, let's get you back to second period, Harry. Take it away. Second period, go recap it. All right, thank you very much, Harry with Sporty. All right, before we continue, I did want to mention the other reason that I want the Sabres Habs to go 7 is because should the Carolina Hurricanes sweep tomorrow against the Philadelphia Flyers, if this series goes 7, the Carolina Hurricanes will have had 2 weeks off from the end of their series to the start of the Eastern Conference Finals, and something about that really tickles me and makes me happy. All right, the second period. So the Canadiens, again, they're on the power play. The Habs push. There's a great cycle. Greenway ends up running into Demidov, whose skate ends up slicing Mellenstein's. There we go. Mellenstein's hand a bit. Thankfully, he would end up being okay. I don't think he came back for the game, but he would be okay. Demidov also kind of hurt his hand. It looked like they both left the benches. Demidov would come back later in the second. That was a freaky deaky thing there. The Habs do push. Hutson has a shot blocked by Samuelsson. Future Norris winner Matthias Samuelsson. Habs press. There's a puck that just comes out of the zone. The Habs are lucky to get right back in, but just can't score yet. The Habs are 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. And then the Canadiens go back to the penalty kill. Alex Carrier gets called for a hook. There's a shot block. Oh shit, Evans almost gets a shorthanded chance, but the puck rolls to Lyon, who ends up playing it. Dobesh makes a good save on Norris, and a one-timer by Norris then gets held by Dobesh. Habs clear again. Sabres go back, but there's no setup there. The Habs are 2 for 2 on the penalty kill. And as the penalty kill is coming to an end, Dobson takes a hit to make a play. Evans is in on a 2-on-2 on a cross crease. Newhook beats Dahlin there. And the Habs make it 3-0 at 4:47. Alex Newhook, his second of the night. First time ever in the playoffs getting a 2-goal game. He gets his third of the postseason from Evans and Dobson. Newhook's third, Evans' second assist, Dobson's first. That's very fun. Yeah, just like that, 3-0. Dobson sacrificing the body to make the play. Funny enough, Dobson finished the night with a -1. So I don't know if he just got very unlucky and got to the bench like right as the goal was being scored. But poor Noah Dobson. Poor Dobson. The Habs go back to a penalty kill at 6 minutes. Jack gets called for a slash on Greenway, trying to engage him for the hit on Demidov. And of course, Greenway wants none of him. The team is down 3-0. He doesn't want to ignite the Sabres whatsoever. Jack again, wants to fight Greenway. You don't hit the superstars. And Greenway just blows him off because he is a pussy. The Habs clear off the draw. And again, from center. The Sabres get to pressuring. There's a few chances, but a puck goes in the netting. We keep playing regardless of that. The Sabres, I'm not mad at that, because if the Sabres scored, you just challenge for a puck that should have been out of play. There's a Sabres shot wide. Habs do get it clear. The Sabres then accidentally exit themselves. The Habs are 3 for 3 on the penalty kill tonight. Jackeye out of the box. He plays forward for a moment. Slav gets run down by Stanley without the puck. There's no interference call, because why would there be? And Habs end up getting some zone time. The Sabres go offside. Habs then go back to a power play. Suzuki gets tripped up by Samuelsson on a break. Almost worthy of a penalty shot, but apparently because it wasn't past the blue line, that's what causes it to be just a trip and not a penalty shot, which did not know that. So shout out TNT broadcast for that. Very wise. Demidov has a shot wide. This is where Demidov had returned, I think, a minute or two before the power play started. Habs with some more pressure. Demidov has another shot wide. Timmins breaks his stick, and Greenway gives him one, so the Habs are playing a 5-on-3.5. Shout out the hockey guy. Slav ends up hitting the bar. Habs almost make it 4. They do have pressure, just can't get a puck in the net, though. The Canadiens 0 for 3 on the power play tonight. Habs keep the Sabres hemmed in for about 3 minutes. Very, very solid play there. There's a transition to the dock line that comes out, and a shot gets deflected just wide. Matheson has a good hold at the line, but the Sabres do get a whistle, and the change they desperately needed at that point. The Sabres would push to no avail. There's a Dobson shot gloved back the other way. The Habs end up pressing. Lyon has a blocker save on a long shot. And then another penalty kill for the Canadiens. It's a bench minor for too many men. Marty was hot with the refs. Very close when you look at it on the replay. Literally one skate away from being a completely legal change. That was a bit of a ticky-tack one, but I guess you could call it too many men, unfortunately. The Habs do get a clear off of a shot wide. Norris has a shot blocked by Newhook. Thompson has a shot wide, and that ends up all the way back in the Sabres' end. Sabres do enter, but an immediate clear by Matheson. Matheson had a very solid game tonight. Ends his night with a +3. The Habs would clear along the boards, and they're 4 for 4 on the penalty kill. And shortly after, here we go. Dobesh covers a puck. Benson tries to whack at Dobesh. Someone shoved him down. Matheson right on top of him. Dobesh gives Benson a shot with the blocker. You love to see it. And everybody goes after everyone. Dahlin goes after Dobesh. What a prick. Both him and Benson try to taunt the Canadiens' star goaltender. Matheson immediately comes over and shoves Dahlin away. Someone's got to break their stick over Dahlin's head, and hopefully that happens sooner rather than later. We end up going 4-on-4. Weirdly, the only penalties are Gooley and Stanley, both getting 2 for roughing. Not Benson and Matheson, not Dahlin and Matheson, Gooley and Stanley, strangely enough. So both teams press. Newhook has a shot saved by Lyon, and with 38 seconds left, Benson scores. Hutson unfortunately leaves his man open. He's trying to push for some offense, and there's a shot right in front, and Benson buries the rebound. He makes it 3-1. He gets his third of the playoffs from Timmins and Doan. A very good pass by Timmins to find Benson open in the slot. And it's 3-1. So the shots, 21-19 for the Canadiens. And again, a 3-1 lead for the Habs after 40 minutes of play. In the third period, the Habs ice a puck at a minute 30 in. Dano nearly beat it out, though. He almost got to that puck first. Sabres would press. Hutson beats a Sabre to a puck. There's a backhander just wide. Another shot that just gets blockered away. There's a tuck rush shot saved. That comes after a Sabres press. There's a good pair of saves by Dobesh. Sabres with some big pressure. Lots of momentum. And then Tage Thompson at the line loses his balance. Alex Carrier picks it up. It's a 2-on-1 for the Canadiens. He shoots. It's off the post. And in. It's 4-1 Montreal at 3:54. Carrier scores an unassisted goal. Thank you very much, TNT. That makes his night, I believe, a -4 tonight. Tage was god-awful. So thank you very much, Tage, for being a defensive liability, as you usually are. And, yeah, assuming that Lindy doesn't bench you or scratch you or, give you fourth-line minutes like you deserve when you're hurt, this is going to be an easy series for Montreal. But given that Lindy is a coach who very much knows how to adapt, expect to be playing about 11 minutes by the end of the series. So yeah, it's 4-1 Canadiens, a huge goal to regain the 3-goal lead. You could not let the Sabres get the next goal, and they didn't. Carrier, like I said, makes it 4-1. There's a Jack-Eye shot off a draw, but that's blocked. Sabres have an icing at 4:30. Dobson with a shot that gets saved. Hutson ends up looking for a man in front. Back the other way, Krebs has a shot deflected out. Sabres push, some more chances. Dobesh making some pretty solid saves. Lyon then makes a great save on Deneau off of a good pass by Doc. Habs keep pressing. Lyon makes a fantastic save on Doc in the slot. He kind of sprawls out to make that save. Evans, unfortunately, can't gather the rebound. Lyon is trying to show to his team that he really should remain in the net in Game 3. I don't know if he will. I don't know if I can blame him on any goals. The Carrier shot was really solid. The Newhook goal was solid. The first one was a tip-in. You can very rarely blame a goalie on a tip. The Matheson goal, maybe you can blame on Lyon, but I mean, I don't know if I would. But yeah, I feel like maybe they give us UPL just to see what a goalie change would look like. But I think if the series were maybe 2-0 Montreal instead of tied, I think they would go to that, but I don't think the Sabres are desperate, having only lost one game. You know, they get a split, which I think that they're probably pretty happy with, considering they're not going to, going to Montreal down 2-0. They're going to Montreal with a tie, and they're going to hope to get a tie in Game 3 and 4. So yeah. Lyon, again, just trying to show that he should still be in net. Carrier levels McLeod at the boards. There's a Thompson shot deflected out of play. Habs are just killing time left with about 9 minutes left. There's a Dahlin shot saved. Slav blocks a tuck chance. I thought Slav had a good game defensively. Lane Hutson, I didn't mention it much with him. He was all over the ice tonight. Offensively, defensively, he was working with a stick. Hutson, I thought, had a very, very good game tonight. I'm really excited to see what this guy looks like in his prime in 5-6 years from now. Just seeing the Norris Trophy winner in his early stages is so fun. It's so fun to watch Lane Hutson right now. Slavkovsky has a 2-on-1, but he passes to Caulfield. That doesn't get in the net. Veleno then gets a chance in the slot, and that gets saved. Habs end up going to a power play with 6:52 left. Byron gets called for a clear elbow on Bolduc after a rush for the puck. Sabres end up clearing off the draw. There's a puck battle. Habs get it. Caulfield's found in the slot. Hits the corner of the post. Caulfield is so snake-bitten. Just can't buy a goal. Caulfield has some looks tonight. Of course, there's the one there. He had another one where it was just a good save. There was one that ended up in the chest of Lyon that gets saved. Caulfield had chances. He is just so snake-bitten in these playoffs. But then again, Caulfield was a guy who played very well in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021. Maybe that's when the goal scoring will show up. I say that, and he's going to end up with 3 goals in the next 2 games somehow, isn't he? So, yeah, either way, the Sabres do end up getting a clear. There's a shorthanded press nearly. Habs just can't get back in the zone. They end the night 0 for 4 on the power play. Sorry, they go 0 for 4 after that one. Benson would get knocked down by Matheson. Samuelson then gets hit on the bench by a puck. Ow. Lyon goes to the bench with 4:10 left, and with 4:01 left, Nick Suzuki gets his third of the playoffs. He scores off a turnover. Anderson gets it to Suzuki. He just sends it down into the net, and it is 5-1 Montreal. Habs nearly make it 6. Veleno has a chance, but that's broken up by Stanley. And we're going to get some penalties. Greenway kind of shoves Dobesh. Anderson gives him some shots. Greenway is a very fake, tough guy. And, so it turns out Andy is given the only penalty. He gets 2 for a cross-check and a 10-minute misconduct. Greenway somehow gets nothing for shoving Jakub Dobesh. God, I hope Jack-Eye runs Greenway and gives him an elbow to the head, because that would be very exciting to see. So, Lyon goes to the bench again with 2:42 left. Need to remind you, the Sabres are down 5-1 with 2 minutes left. They are down 5-1 with 2 minutes left. All right. Benson has a shot saved. The Habs end up clearing. There's no icing because, again, the Sabres are on the power play. Sabres do press, and here we go. Dobesh whacks Benson, Dobesh just slashes at his own goalie for some reason. No, he whacks at Benson, who ends up cross-checking Matheson, a fake tough guy at his finest. Matheson tries to go at Dobesh, and Benson gets called. We go 4-on-4. Benson is given 2 for cross-checking right in front of the net. Habs are 5 for 5 on the penalty kill. Jack-Eye wants Greenway. He shoves him a couple times along the boards during a puck battle. He then shakes his gloves at Greenway. Greenway doesn't want to. He then goes after Doc at the benches. That comes after Jack-Eye actually had a pretty good hit in the corner to the left of Alex Lyon. All of the Habs' biggest guys stay out to end the game to make sure the Sabres don't try to cheap shot any of the Canadian stars, at least not yet. At least the Habs, unfortunately, go 0 for 5 on the power play tonight. But they didn't need the power play. They got all their goals at even strength. Final score ends up being 5-1 for the Canadiens. The final shots, 30-28 for the Buffalo Sabres. Canadiens pick up a huge, must-needed win in game number 2, especially a much-needed game where the Canadiens tie the series. Obviously, you didn't want to go home down 2-0. Or 0-2, sorry. Obviously, you would love to go up 2-0, but you know what? Getting the split back home would be fine. Obviously, if you can go up 3-1, that would be very nice. We'll see what happens, though, because I don't think we'll go down 1-3. I think at the worst, it'll be a split. Fingers crossed. We'll see, obviously. That's why the games are played. So, yeah, that does it for the game. We're going to get into the stats and work our way on out of here. Nick Suzuki leads the Canadiens with 3 goals and 5 assists for 8 points. Lane Hutson, 2 goals, 5 assists for 7 points. Zach Bolduc, a goal and 4 assists for 5 points. Caden Gooley, 5 assists. Yuri Slafkovsky, Kirby Dach, and Alex Newhook, each with 3 goals and an assist for 4 points. Alex Carrier, and Alex Texier, and Josh Anderson, each with 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. Cole Caulfield, a goal and 3 assists for 4 points. Mike Matheson and Alex Carrier, each with a goal and an assist for 2 points. Ivan Demidov, Phil Deneau, and Jake Evans, each with 2 assists. Brendan Gallagher with a goal, and Arbor Jack-Eye and Noah Dobson with 1 assist. Yeah, the list kind of shortened, didn't it? Yeah, it did. So Jack-Eye and Dobson, the only guys with a single assist so far. Slafkovsky also leads the Canadiens with a single fight in the playoffs so far. Jakub Dobesh has a 5-2-2 record, a 2.15 goals against average, and a .916 save percentage. So yeah, that is going to do it for this episode of the HabWrap. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you are on YouTube. Hit the follow button if you're on Spotify, Amazon, wherever you might be listening to the podcast on. That is, again, going to do it for this episode of the HabWrap. Also, please do not forget to share with anybody who you think might enjoy, such as a fellow Montreal Canadiens fan, a hockey fan who's maybe looking for a Montreal Canadiens podcast, or somebody who you think just might enjoy listening to some fat kid from Quebec talk about the Montreal Canadiens for half an hour after every game. So yeah, that is, again, going to do it for this episode of the HabWrap. Thank you all so much for watching. And always remember, no matter how good we were like last year, how pretty good we were like this year, or how fantastic we're going to be in the future, go Habs go, Allez Montreal, and say with me everybody, C'est la boue!